Money Bags, the channel helping you invest in yourself so we can invest in the future. Make sure you guys smash the like button. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel and make sure the bell notification is lit. You guys do not want to miss out. Also, tap in on the Money Bags Mansion link down below. You guys would have caught this one early. We're going to be talking about Raidsharks today. We got part of the team up here. We got Death Wish Crypto. I want to make sure I get that right. We got Death Wish Crypto with us, and we're going to be talking about all things Raidshark. But I want to give you guys a quick introduction of what Raidshark is and what they're providing, and I'm going to bring the team on board. Right, we're going to give it that YouTube format. But let's talk about Raidshark really quick. We got experience the future of Telegram community engagement. Turn your rating process into a game at no cost, and select from a wide array of features to customize your experience. And you guys know that I called this one very early in the Money Bags Mansion down below because they have partnered up for a FEG token, right? And when I seen that, I knew that they knew what they were doing. And we called this one extremely early. If you guys are new to the channel, I want you guys to come over here and give them a follow at Raidsharks. Okay, make sure you guys are giving them that bell notification. Make sure you guys are staying tapped in because they are developing and picking up very fast. So without any further ado, I want to introduce one of the team members. We got Raidsharks, Death Wish Crypto. Welcome to the show, man. How are you feeling today? How's the shark community doing, man?
Hey, what's up, Rico? Money Bags. Appreciate you having us on. We're doing well. I mean, we're building as usual. Just keep pushing and plugging away.
Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. I'm really glad to have you up here. I'm going to go over some of the things that you guys talk about, and I've seen some new developments. And obviously, on these shows, we kind of get a little bit of alpha, and you can kind of break this down. But just for those that are tuning in, as it starts to fill up, I want to go over the website a little bit just to give those who are possibly new to the channel, because the channel is getting a lot of traction and starting to pick up, and a lot of new communities from different blockchains that probably never heard about us. So let's talk about it a little bit. We got Elevate Your X Game with our dynamic Telegram raid bot for unparalleled engagement. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This is something that I personally been using in my project, and I have seen it create a lot of success for us. Okay, say what you mean and mean what you say. I'm telling you guys that this thing works because I've been using it myself. Okay, so our Telegram raid bot addresses the lack of engagement within Telegram groups, offering a strategy to increase the engagement your content deserves. Through Raidshark bot, we empower you to bridge the gap between your endeavors and the engagement you seek. This is very powerful. If you guys remember the last bull run, if you guys are OGs or veteran, the last bull run was focused on Telegram and kind of YouTube, but Raidsharks has noticed this, trend of everything going towards, X. And now we got this dynamic raid bot that helps us keep the engagement high in Telegram, but at the same time fostering what's going on with X. You guys have seen how the spaces have been turning up, the broadcasting that we've been doing, and X is kind of that new frontier as far as community engagement. When I first started in crypto in 2017, there was no X accounts for crypto, there was no TGs for crypto, maybe some Reddits. It was not like what we have today. So this is a new movement that's going on, and we are ahead of the curve when it comes to Raidsharks, because this is kind of that new wave of providing real use case, providing real value. When you provide real value to the marketplace, it has to answer back, and that's what Raidshark has been doing. Death Wish Crypto. So I don't rant too much because I get really excited when I'm talking about serious projects like this. What do you have to say to this community, these subscribers, these followers? I know your community knows a lot, but if there was anything you had to say, a pitch for your Raidshark bot, how would you go about that?
Well, it's just quite simple. I mean, our utility, the Raidsharks bot, is a community engagement tool. I mean, rather than just blindly rating, we provide a tool that kind of focuses communities on that engagement, and we help projects kind of get that free marketing and also leveraging their community so they can get that exposure on X, because every project wants to do well, get that exposure. Everybody wants to work for their bags and have the project moon, and we just provide that tool that's easy, easy user interface. You can do everything easily through our bot. You can click, toggle on and off features. So we just make sure that tool is just easy for everybody to use. It just really focuses everybody, because I'm not sure if you've ever rated the old-fashioned way when you go in and you click a link. I mean, you can get lost in there. You make a comment or like the wrong one, and you just kind of lose that exposure and engagement. So, I mean, we have tons of features and functions. I'm not sure if you want me to go into it now, but we're just a Swiss Army knife of raid bots. I mean, we're the best out by far, and we just keep building on that.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna go over this, and then you can kind of give me these features. And I know we keep whoever made your website. I just want to give you a shout out because I mean it's very clean and easy to digest. But we got um, all data within an infinitely flexible interface, which I've been using. Identify most engaged community members, which you guys can see in the summary. Execute X-rays and acquire valuable insight. Adjust all available settings within a slick UI. That is very true. Targets, right? And the group settings and raid forwarding. So we got adjust group targets and count only interactions from community members on Telegram. Group settings, save all settings on a group level and change only when needed. And raid forwarding, collaborate with your partner projects. This is something that I have not seen with other bots. So that's why it's important that we cover these things. Collaborate with your projects or your partner projects with joint raids to get even more exposure on X. That is, but yeah, if you want to talk about that Swiss Army knife, I know this is just barely, tapping into what you guys got, but yeah, definitely talk about a little bit of that Swiss Army knife you talk about.
Man, we could talk about this for days, but so basically, like I said, we just provide an easy user interface so you can toggle on and off. For example, like raid summary, you can toggle on and off live raid stats. You can set the targets within the user interface. You can also set the repost count. So if you have an active community, then you want to set that repost count higher. For example, if you have a less active community, you want to set it lower. And then, like you were mentioning, we also have the forward feature. You can pin the raid, but what we focus on is community. And with the community becomes the working with everybody, working with other projects. I know, there's competition out there, but we gotta work together to some capacity to help crypto grow. And so with our utility, that's what we do is we have the forward feature. So if a partner project wants to forward a raid to another project that they're working with to get additional exposure, they can do so and just get those additional likes and exposure. And that just helps projects work together and brings community to networking. Because as well as I do, networking is powerful in this space. As much as you want to compete and be the mooner on your own, you got to work with other projects, build those networks, because you never know who you're going to meet in the space. That person you may meet tomorrow could open up a huge number of doors for you to get more additional exposure. So that's what we're proud of, and that's what we do. We focus on community projects working together, using our utility to help make things easy and leverage communities.
Absolutely, bro. I mean, I say it in this space nonstop. It is not what you know, it is who you know. And honestly, I wear my heart on my sleeve. And this right here, even while we're here, I'll just be transparent with you guys. This is how I got tapped in with Raidsharks, was through seeing it with Feg Token, right? And it's like exactly what you said. Like, as much as you want to just do it on your own, it's what happens. And I've been joking, I've seen people love it. It's like what happens is you have an Eastern Island effect, or you have the Mayans effect, right? If Raidsharks made a great bot and didn't give it to nobody and didn't invite nobody in, would find a temple of a big shark and no people and be like, what happened to everybody? And that's why you don't want to have that. And that's why you don't want to have that tribal mindset, right? You want to have this, where you're networking. And like you said, you don't know if that next person is going to be that person that just opens up a lot of doors. And that's why in this space, it is not what you know, it is who you know. Okay. And I've been rocking with Feg Token for a long time, and we'll get to the prices and all that fun stuff at the end. But when I seen you guys tap in with Feg Token, and I seen this level of Feg Token putting the stamp on it, this is who I knew. And whoever then they know more people. And I was like, okay, cool. So Feg Token's putting the stamp of approval on it. I love, obviously anybody who's been rocking with me knows I've been rocking with Feg Token for a long time, launching my own token on their Smart DeFi Launchpad. And when I seen that you guys made that partnership with Feg Token to help Smart DeFi projects be able to have access to this, early projects that might not have that much funding out the gate to, get 20% off on these bots that are providing actual value every single day, was absolutely amazing. And that's why I called it as a money bag alert. But I want to go over this because I think this is very important. Unleash your brand social power. Tailor every aspect of Raidshark bot to reflect your brand's personality, from animations to bot telegram username. This is your canvas to create a truly unique social experience. And I'm going to do a small plug. It's not a big plug, but it just goes to, and it's really all the projects that are on this. All these projects Raidshark has been providing real value to, and it just goes to show what's going on. Some of these projects I've seen that have come onto the channel. So I love, if you guys are a project developer, if you're listening to this live or even later on, and you guys are interested in a bot that some of the biggest projects are using, definitely come watch the video. I go a little bit deeper into it. But even myself, even projects that I've seen that have been on the channel, like I saw one up there as well. But this is what it's going to look like. You guys, this takes a lot for a project to say, you know what, we're even going to tailor it to your style, right? We're even going to make it your style. And that's eliminating that Mayan syndrome, that tribal mindset, that Easter Island where everybody goes to the island, like, where all these statues come from? Where are the people at? That's how you eliminate that. And you continue to spread by not only providing good value, but also something that feels good. Like, I was so impressed with the way that you guys walked us through everything, the way that we set up the raid bot. I personally have went through this with them, so I can even put, for what it's worth, everybody, my stamp of approval on like the service, not only just the bot, but also the team behind helping you set it up. It's not like, okay, you get Raidshark bot, go figure it out on your own. No. That's not what's going on. I mean, somebody gets in there, we do a test, we make sure that you understand everything, we understand all the features, how it's working, and then then we activate it and we put it into the TG. And to me, and it's not hard. I don't want nobody to think that we got to get walked through it and it's super difficult. No, it's just to make sure that you don't mess up or nothing. It literally took probably less than 10 minutes to go through the walkthrough and be able to digest that. And it was set up very quickly, and an instant success, an instant community that loved it and was impressed with what we did. And even the team was happy with this. And this goes to show you, when you provide value to the marketplace, it will answer back and start to provide value. Because we're going to take a peek at the chart really quick, because I did call this one at around 200K some market cap. This one's not done being featured on the channel. This one's not done providing value to everybody. So anybody who got in very early, you are up right now. But I just want to let you know that we're not done with SHARX, right? With the Raidshark bot, it's only going to continue to grow. More and more projects that are launching on Smart DeFi. One of these, partnerships that we have right here, that Raidsharks has with Feg Token, is all these Smart DeFi projects that are going to continue to launch, right? Check this out. I want you guys to follow me, because we got to be able to read in between the lines. I'm speculating a little bit, right? So it's not financial advice. Nothing that me and DeathWish says is financial advice, right? Do your own research. But when you see how many projects are about to launch on Smart DeFi, and you see that, Raidsharks is giving them 20% off this Raidshark bot, and they're basically going to be growing their communities, they're going to get marketing funds, and more people are going to come in. People are going to notice that this comes from this company. It comes from RaidsharkBot.com, and people are going to start to grab positions little by little. I think, obviously, not financial advice when we're talking about this kind of stuff, but to see a product and a project that's providing actual use case back to back and has, the stamps of Feg Token. I'm using it now. I see a lot of other projects that were tapped in with me. They've also been adding it. So it just goes to show you how much value is being put into this, and the value is going to come back. And you guys will see that sooner or later on the chart as well. Okay. So, DeathWish, I want to talk about something that I've seen on your guys's, actually, let's go over this last part real quick, and then we're going to talk about it. I sometimes I get ahead of myself because I get excited and the coffee kicks in, but let's go over this last part, and then we're going to kick it to this new development, the fresh off the press. But we got advertised on Telegram like never before. Experience the revolution of advertising on Telegram with Raidshark bot by displaying your ads as graphic banners and receiving a detailed data on your ads, such as a total number of impressions and clicks, CTR, know exactly what you are paying for. Okay, so make sure if you guys got questions about that, you guys tap in. Is there anything you want to add about this part right here? This is something we have not talked about. DeathWish?
To kind of backtrack just a little bit.
Yeah.
You were mentioning earlier about Easter Island, the Easter Island effect. And so what I want to stress is that with Raidsharks, you get not only a raid bot, but we make sure that you're happy with it. We provide essentially 24/7 support. We're not dropping a bot in your chat and saying, see you later. We're not about numbers. We're about quality. We want to make sure everybody's happy with it. And to touch base with the white labels that you were going for, we provide a unique white label solution. Unlike the competitors, we give you your own bot, graphics, text, and it's your name in Telegram. So we provide that unique service as well. And for a better value than what you're going to get elsewhere. Now, as far as the advertising, we do it unique as well. You don't get those, silly button ads in Telegram that you're used to. And then, nobody knows what's going on, where it's going. You don't get any click-through rate, any data, anything like that. But with our banner ads, and Dante's the one who usually does those, so he's great at what he does. But you see a graphical banner ad, you can sell your USPs within 6 to 7 seconds. People can see it, and they can click on it, And then on top of that, we can provide stats on that. So you know what you're getting as a project, what you're paying for. You don't just pay for money and then people click on a button, for example, and nobody knows. You're just paying for something and hoping. So we can provide the data and analytics on that, so you know exactly how your ad performed, how you can adjust your marketing strategies if you need to change the graphics, change things to hopefully catch more people. So that's another value we provide as well. Is, I mean, people can change their marketing strategies based on the feedback that we give them. So
Mm.
you know, just to kind of touch on that for you.
Appreciate it, man. I really appreciate it. Yeah, when I seen what you guys were doing, and I'll be honest with you, when I saw you guys, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. When I saw the first white label for Effect Token, I was like, man, that's awesome, man. And I was wondering if that was going to be something that was going to be implemented further on and continue. And I was very happy that you guys did not go the Eastern Island route and made sure that you guys invited people to the Raid Shark Island, and like that people can leave the island and come back and tell people about this island. And that's how I make sure that we just don't find statues on the island, right? That's how we make sure we just don't find no fins sticking out the ground, and we don't know that there's a bunch of sharks buried underneath, right? This is how we continue to grow in this space. It's not what you know, it is who you know. This is something that I've learned being in this space for quite a while. So make sure you guys implement these things. I'm gonna go over this really quick, and then we're gonna see what Deathwish has to say about this. So I want to go over this tweet because, again, more big names in the space. But let's go ahead and get it started. We got, as the first mover in the raid to earn movement, we are transforming community engagement and marketing. Our exciting partnership with Flues_XYZ is revolutionizing how projects reward their community members through automated airdrops for the most engagement users. So right here we got innovative rewards, automated airdrops to the most active members, customizable competitions. Community owners set the rules and host raids competition. Ultimate marketing power. Turn your community into a powerhouse marketing tool. Experience the future of community engagement with Raidshark Bot and Flues.xyz and become part of the most powerful marketing transformation. Stay tuned for more announcements on the release date for this groundbreaking integration. So to me, this is some alpha right here, right? Obviously, we've seen Flues in the space. We've been seeing them what they're capable of doing with providing real use case in the space. And I think crypto's getting to the space where everybody's kind of getting pressure to actually provide some real value. And this is a huge partnership to me. And I want to learn a lot more. There's a lot here on this thing, but I'm sure there's more that you could probably tell us. Hopefully, there's more that you can tell us, and I'm not putting you on the spot. But definitely,
Right.
crypto. What do you got for us about this? Right, I saw this, and this got me excited.
Certainly, certainly. So, I mean, what do we hear all the time? Community is your best utility, right? And then you
Right.
have people. I mean, some people will raid and push the project. Great, that those are kind of the Chad community members we all know and love. But a lot of people also don't want to raid and not get any rewards. So we've pushed the raid to earn movement because we want projects to leverage their community to the best of their ability. So with Flues, we have an integration within our bot because we have a web app. So I mean, our possibilities are limitless. And with Flues, you can you have a verified links page as a project. You can set that up. That kind of makes things a lot easier. So you don't have to have, for example, like a LinkedIn with 5, 10, 20 different links. Everything is just right there for you. But also with Flues, like I was mentioning on that X post, is we can set it up to where projects can do easy airdrops. So if they're going to reward their most engaged members, because we also have a leaderboard, one of its kind, fully functional leaderboard, and that's what it's based off of. So to reward your most engaged members, you have our leaderboard so that people can raid, earn points, and get on the leaderboard and try to be the best raider for the week, day, month, whatever the case is. So with that, like I said, Flues, then with our integration, you can do easy airdrops, as a project. And that's just simple because as a project, and I know with ours, Gunner does all the airdrops, and it's just a pain when you have to sit there for an hour or two, airdrop 20 different people. It takes a lot of time. But with our integration with Flues, it's just easy and simple. It's still in the works, but it's right around the corner. And on top of that, maybe a little bit of alpha still in the works as well. But we're working on a way so that people can get paid per engagement. So a certain amount, you do your like, your repost, comment, you earn a certain amount for each one. And then you can let that collect and then claim that later. So definitely taking a different strategy in terms of how people raid, earn, and again, just pushing that raid to earn movement, which I think is going to be really huge in the bull run and really help projects with their exposure and engagement.
Absolutely, bro. I mean, this is honestly the way to go because all we're really doing is just incentivizing, right? And to incentivize people and give them and I just noticed I didn't have the chat open, but I want to say thank you guys for the super chat. Thank you guys for tapping in. I see all the comments going crazy. I had another page open and I didn't see all the comments, but I will check the Batman line. Rico's stamp of approval is bullish SF. You know what's up, Kari. So I just want to thank you guys. The Crow family. I see all the Crow with knife, everybody in here. You know, we don't have that tribal mind over here, so I'll mention you guys. We got Mula in the house. What up? I just want to give everybody a shout out because usually we do the morning show and we shield like crazy, but I got something special for you guys. You guys know that we're going to be doing featured projects and stuff. And yes, I do give this one the stamp of approval. This is one that was in the Moneybags Mansion very early. You guys know that I do simple degen math. Okay, so it's not financial advice. Look at how I did the math, everybody. This is how you guys know that you guys should not take financial advice from me because I saw Feg Token, white label, all that stuff, and I was like, Feg Token, love it. And I saw them providing real use case. I saw Shark providing real value to the marketplace, giving 20% off of all the smart DeFi projects. If you guys know anything about Feg Token, there's going to be so many smart DeFi projects launching that. Yep. That lane alone for SHARX, for the SHARX raid bot is amazing. Like for you guys to lock that in, that was an ace, whoever locked that in, because I know that smart DeFi is only going to continue to grow. And especially somebody like me who's repping Raidsharks in the TG nonstop and letting everybody know, letting all the projects that are listening to this as well. You guys know that there's a lot of projects that contact me. This is the Raidshark that I'm using inside my TG. So that says a lot about that one. It definitely does. But I want you guys, if you guys are just tuning in, make sure you guys give me a follow at Rico Moneybags. Smash the like button. Try to get this video to over 100 likes. And if you guys can, come over here and give, not if you guys can, I know you guys can, give Raidsharks a follow at Raidsharks. This is huge right here because this is who you want to rub elbows with, people who are willing to provide use case for other people, because it's not easy if you're not a developer or you don't know the right people or whatever. And that's why Feg Token was so perfect for me for smart DeFi, because I'm not a developer. I'm not this, I'm not that. But you know what? I had a dream and a vision, and smart DeFi let it come true. And you know what? I also needed some community engagement inside of that TG once this dream started to come true, and I contacted Raidsharks. This is the way to go about it, everybody. And now they're also noticing what's going on right here with this raid to earn. This is the new movement right here. I'm going to be honest with you guys. This is the movement right here. This raid to earn is the movement. And whoever can dial it in perfect and get it done completely right, this will be huge. Okay. Because we're seeing this in the space, right? We have to be transparent and say, the trend is your friend. And whoever can really redefine that and make it as nice as it can, redefine it, make it really, really nice, they're going to be the winners in the space. And to have a connection with Flues that's actually been in the space for quite a bit really says a lot about Raidsharks, man. You guys are going crazy in the comments. I wish I would have had it open the whole time because I just see they're going spamming like crazy. If you guys are project developers, if you guys are going to be, or you're part of a community and you guys are in a TG and you guys are noticing there's no engagement whatsoever and you guys are going about raiding. I know the Crow with Knife gang raids crazy hard in Discord, but if you're a project and you guys see inside your Telegram that it's not enough activity and you really think that this project has more potential, but it's going to take everybody to pull together, where you're going to want to go is definitely at Raidsharks and contact this amazing team. So I want to give you guys some more. I want to scroll through here because it's Raidsharks, but we got almost we went through it, right? You guys, this is what I love about this show, to be honest with you guys, because we get to the nitty gritty. There's really no fluff, right? We just, and when you're providing value, you don't have to have no fluff, right? You just bring what you got to the table and you show the world, and you be excited about that. And you know what? This is a great time, not just for this channel, not just for your project, but for all these communities, because this video continues to get views as we get off this live stream and stuff like that. And I know there's going to be project developers that are going to contact Raidsharks, and I know there's going to be community members that are going to go tell their developers, hey, I just saw this on Rico Moneybags' channel, he's even using it. Some of the biggest projects in the space are using it. They're teamed up with Flues, another big name in the space. There's something here, right? There's absolutely something here. I want to give you a chance to say anything. If you have anything to say to maybe some project developers, I don't want to waste too much of your time. I don't want to stretch it out as that we don't need to, right? We cover all the juicy stuff. We went over the nitty gritty, and you know, if we don't have to drag it on, we don't, right? So I want you to get a message out to not just your community. I know they're listening, but you know, maybe project developers that are listening, or community members that maybe, you know, the dev is being mysterious and they haven't heard from them. Is there a message that you have for them? And then we're going to get to some price predictions, some technical analysis. We're going to speculate. We're going to have some fun with the chart and talk about some stuff. And then yeah, that's what we got, bro.
Well, and like I said, I can talk about Raidsharks for days. I guess if there's a dev or a project wanting to use the Raidsharks bot, come check us out. Ask any questions. We'll do a free showcase. It doesn't matter. But again, you know, everybody knows Shield. They were the first mover, but we came on the scene as a little guy. As you know, it's hard as a bot, any bot in Telegram, but we've been able to carve our own niche, get our piece of the market, and we're moving, you know, forward more stronger than ever. I mean, we're in over 3,000 telegrams, so that shows that we're doing something right. We're providing value, again, the quality, and with the rate to earn movement, projects know you throw money away a lot of times on marketing, on things that you could have better spent on your community. Your community, again, is your best utility. Give
Right.
them the tools, reward them, and let them go to work for your community, for their bags, and reward them in the process. So we just have a lot of things going on. We have something that's probably going to drop a little later today. That's probably going to shock a lot of people. What wasn't expected. I don't want to say it
Huh?
here, but y'all will see it later.
What?
Yeah, we also have some updates that we're going to roll out today or tomorrow. I can go over those real quick.
Yeah.
Something that projects have been asking for, and we're providing it. So you verify, for example, through our bot, you can get on the leaderboard. But now we're going to have an option where you don't have to verify. So you can go in, you can have a setting for that, and you don't have to verify. There's going to be some notifications that will tell you that you're not verified, for example, like a blue check mark. You'll also have 12 hours in order to reclaim those points. So if you're not verified and you engage with a tweet, then you have 12 hours to verify if you want to be on the leaderboard. And it kind of sits in the backlog, and then it collects all those points later. So that's a really cool feature, because you can always get credit for that time that went by. So again, we have the pop-up message for non-verified users. So everybody's aware with the blue check mark. Everybody's aware that you're not verified, for example. You're aware, and then you can make any changes or adjustments as needed as a project as well. We're also changing the UI settings for the raid summary. So you can toggle and deactivate that if you don't want the raid summary in your chat, for example, to pull up and show the raid summary, the interactions, and things of that nature. So we're changing that so projects can make the decision whether they want that or not. We've changed the Flu's community page integration. So groups are now able to set up their own community page with the integrations tab that we have. So they can just easily set that up. And like I said, it's unlike a link tree. You don't have to go through so many different tabs or links or whatever. It's just all easily there for you to do as a project. You don't have to worry about going between different platforms just to manage your project. Everything is just, again, easy. And that's what projects want. You don't want to manage an entirely separate platform just to get out of Telegram and do something else. So I think that's kind of the gist of it. I think I went over the visual badge for non-verified users, the blue check mark. And then also, before I forget, we're still working on rolling out AI. So everybody hates, or not everybody, but some people hate making comments. You know, you get the little fire emoji, LFG, no comment. So we're going to go ahead and implement AI so projects, you know, community members can use the AI, make an easy comment for your project, and move on. And then if they're on the leaderboard, they just get easy credit for it. So we're going to implement that. It's going to be really cool. We have free Finley in our chat. That's going to be the AI companion. So keep an eye out for that. Again, big news hopefully dropping today. And so keep an eye out for that as well. But we're always building. I mean, like I said, I can talk about all our integrations, features, settings we can be here for hours if you want, but if you have any questions, come in our chat, ask us. We'll be glad again to go through showcase for you, show you how to use it, how it works. If you want our white label solution, we can do that for you. Ads. And like I said, we're getting in more and more telegrams every day. So, like I said, we're doing something right. Projects enjoy the service we provide, the quality we provide, the customer service we provide as well. And that's what distinguishes us from the competition. We just do things a little different, and we just stress and provide the quality that projects know and need. So that's kind of that in a nutshell. Like I said, I can go on and on and on, but
Yeah,
I'll keep
no,
it
and you know
short.
what I want to tell you is like I also want to let everybody know that we're going to see Raid Sharks up here a lot more. We're actually, obviously we're going to wait till later on and we'll see what comes out and stuff. But make sure you guys have the bell notification lit, just not for my channel, but also for at Raid Sharks, like that. You guys do not miss out. And we're going to have this coming up quite a bit, everybody. You know, I'm using this bot in my TG. I rock really hard with this, guys. The level of professionalism, the way the bot works, the way that it's constantly evolving and getting better, that shows you that we're going to be having a lot more spaces and doing a lot more things together. I'm going to put some pressure on you, Deathwish, if you don't mind. It's nothing bad. It'll probably make a diamond, but do you have any plans? And you don't have to answer this. I just like to, at least one hard question, right? Do you have any plans possibly doing something? Is it possible? I'm not sure. This is not my area of expertise, but doing something like that for Discord. And the only reason I ask is because Crow with Knife goes crazy, right? And like I see another project that I've been, coming up to all my live stream, and they asked me which one that I, what I thought was a great bot, and this was Clash. And I was happy when I saw that Clash actually went that route and got the Raid Shark bot, because they've been pulling up to my live streams nonstop, and they actually see. But another project that's really good, and I know Crow with Knife has a Crow with Knife. If you're listening, you definitely want this in your Telegram. But I'm asking, maybe in the future, is there anything that you guys are thinking about for like projects that Crow with Knife is more active in Discord than it is in Telegram? Is there anything in the future, or is there anything that you guys would do like that in the future for Discord, or am I way ahead of what's going on?
No, you're not way ahead at all. I think these are questions people have asked. This is stuff we've kind of foreseen. But as you know, I mean, we're trying to perfect X first, because X has a mood of its own sometimes, I guess you can say. So
Right.
we got to make sure that we perfect that. There's API, all the other stuff, and just making sure we provide a good quality bot for that. Now, we can do the simple, lazy route and just put a link for whatever, and then people can knock their lights out in raid. But we also want the leaderboard integrated. So I guess in short, we do have plans for Discord, some other platforms, but those have different API. Those have different ways that you need to raid and interact with that platform. So we just want to do that thoughtfully, in the right way the first time, and not just lazily just have a link that people can go in and do that.
Absolutely.
Because then you're just going back to the old fashioned rating style, drop a link, people knock their lights out. And then on top of that, one important thing before I forget, with our bot, I know some people may not know, but you can get shadow banned. You can get suspended or your account locked if you're just kind of rating at will. You're not paying attention to your account. So with our bot, you focus on one link at a time. If you're rating too aggressively, then if you don't receive any points on our leaderboard, that's a good indication that you might be kind of pushing the limits. You can check your account, your shadow band. Okay, I need to chill out for a day or two. You don't get that with other bots. You don't know
Right.
what's going on with your account until you're probably suspended, it's locked. But when you're not acquiring points through our bot, for example, that's probably a good indication that you're shadow banned. And then you can make some adjustments as far as your rating strategies and stuff like that as a community member. And that's a good indicator as well. And that's helpful for some.
Nice, nice. And speaking of the shadow ban, I'm trying to get out of that myself. If you guys want to help me get out of the shadow ban, and you guys want to be part of the resistance, definitely smash the like button on this video. Spam the comments with your favorite projects, and we'll see if we can get Crow with Knife, this Telegram bot inside there. And you guys know that I put some pressure on Deathwish right there. You guys heard maybe something in the future, but you know what? I love that approach, that you want to make sure that is right before it comes out. I think that's one of the best ways to go about it. Is just, my mom used to say a saying in Spanish all the time: you're either painting or you're scraping, right? You're not on the ladder with a scraper in one hand and a paintbrush in the other one, right? You got to scrape the whole house first, and then you can paint the whole house afterwards, right? So I love that I love that you guys are, already scraped up X, and you guys are currently painting it up, and you guys are almost finished with what you guys want to get out of this with X, and then we'll in the future go ahead and scrape up what we got to do on Discord and paint that house as well.
Yeah, and another saying too, I think people can relate to or understand, is the cheap comes out expensive. If you do the lazy, cheap way, that's going to cost you more in the long run. And we'd rather not do that. We would rather avoid that, do great quality work the first time. Of course, if there's minor bugs, we can deal with it, but we don't want to take the cheap way, and then that costs us more in the long run.
Yep, that's a Spanish saying too. El
Yep.
vago paga doble. The lazy person pays twice. That's what it says.
Yeah.
I was
And
raised
I'm Latino, so that's why I brought that up.
Oh, nice, nice,
Yeah.
nice. Yeah, my mom raised me on all these phrases nonstop. But you know what? They really helped me out. With some of these things through my everyday life. Even like when I got to the point where it's no secret. You guys know what's up with what I'm doing with XPX token. I wanted to make sure to get it right. And when I got to the point of the Raidshark bot, people were bugging me. I'm not gonna lie. There was other bots that were almost to the point of harassing me to use their bot because they already know that I'm a YouTuber. So me using their bot is like extra marketing on top of that. It is what it is. It's just the truth, right? There's no way around that. And it was hard, not really hard, but I wasn't trying to hurt nobody's feeling. It was just that I wanted to do it right the first time, and I knew that you guys did all your due diligence. I wanted to get the right guys that were doing this. I wanted to get a project that I also called as a money bag alert around the 200K market cap, because I saw the potential that this could continue to provide value. And I love that you guys were not in that Eastern Island mode. You join a lot of projects right now, and they have that tribal mindset, and they're on track to build a temple that nobody's going to see and stuff. So when I saw that you guys were willing to build a temple and everybody was invited, and not only were they invited, they could leave with a piece of this and use it in their own place.
Exactly.
I knew I knew it was amazing. And, everybody in the Money Bags Mansion is currently up on Raidsharks, and obviously not financial advice. We'll get this cliche part out of the way right now. Latino with call. Yeah, man, this is a big channel, man. You guys know that we're bilingual. I've done Spanish videos in the past. Right now I'm getting my channel dubbed in Mandarin because we have a big Chinese community. Shout out to all my Chinese. Yeah, shout out to all my Chinese brothers and sisters joining XPX token. We got a Chinese Telegram. I got another question for you, brother. Now I'm gonna put you on the spot again. And I got I got your bot. Would it be easier when I have different languages? And I'm putting you on the spot a little bit, and we're live. This is raw and uncut and not scripted, everybody. Do I just forward that into the Chinese bot or to the Chinese Telegram, or is it better to just create another bot that has all basically the different language and stuff like that? What if it was a project that had to go that route? Is that something you want to talk about right now, or?
Well, currently our bot is in English. I mean, that's kind of the standard language in a lot of telegrams. Of course, we understand there's different languages, but if projects want a special white label that we kind of translate for them for whatever language community they're in, I mean, we'd be glad to do it. And we work with projects too if they need so, because we know everybody's kind of working on the budget sometimes. So it's the standard bot is going to be English, but any project that wants it translated, we can work with them to get their white label and translated for them.
Cool, man. And you guys are welcome. If you guys are listening to this, I put them on the spot for us, everybody. I did that for us. That's the beauty of that's the beauty of the live stream. But you know what? The reason I bring that up, brother, and to be honest with you, is like, we have to understand trends, right? Like you guys understood that there was a bot trend, you guys jumped on it, and it was like boom, right? And right now there's a trend where like, Bybit allowing the Chinese market to buy crypto. And it's like, we have a big Chinese come on, Rico. We are waiting for you at the Discord. Don't worry, man. I'm working for you guys. I've joined the Discord. I love this community. Crow with Knife. We're going to get that bot up inside their they have a Telegram that's not active as their Discord. And I think they need that Raidshark bot in that Telegram. So I'm going to talk to Kari. She's really tapped in with Crow with Knife and that whole crew and stuff. And we're going to work on that to make sure we can onboard another project to the Raidshark bots, man, because you guys are doing an amazing job.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely, brother. When you're providing real value to the marketplace, and I love that I can put you on the spot, and you can pivot just like that. That says a lot, that because you could have just, brushed around that and just said, nah, maybe no, but you know what? You want to provide value, and that is your underlying value in everything that I've seen from this live stream, and it goes to show on the chart. We got the overall market pulled back. Everybody sees that, but we're ready for this, right? This is something that I've been saying on the channel, and everybody knows it. When the markets are fearful, you need to be greedy, everybody. When the markets are greedy, you need to be fearful. Right now, when all the markets pull back, I know all the other influencers are putting thumbnails, panic and all this stuff. But right now is when your fangs should be sticking out of your mouth and you should be almost drooling, because this is the time that you snatch up a bag. And, Raidsharks, to be honest with you guys, the reason I bring the market and all that up, with the whole market pulling back and seeing that we're really close to where all-time highs are at, really says a lot about the community, really says about a lot about the commitment of the team, because we're holding really close to all-time highs. And I kind of want to give Death Wish one more time before I go on this crazy rant of these price predictions, because I get all excited. Death Wish, do you have anything you want to talk about? As far, it's not financial advice, obviously. How do you feel about the chart and this progress of the chart and this community and how they've been holding up and stuff? You don't have to give no predictions. I'll get in trouble for us on that.
Well, as far as the chart, I will say we have one of the strongest communities, diamond handers, I guess people can say. And with our chart, we tell influencers, we tweet. I mean, we rate them nearly 24/7, and we've told people at 200,000 market cap, get SHARX. We've told them again at 400,000, get SHARX, and we've told them again at 600,000 to get SHARX. We've told them again at 800,000, a million. Like it comes to the point to where, when are people going to listen? SHARX, to be honest, because I bought my own bag. And it's been one of the few tokens in my portfolio that's actually been holding strong, that I'm in profit on. And again, not financial advice, but it's just one of those things that kind of tells you about the community. People are not just looking to just sell. People are holding strong because they believe in the project. They understand the project, what we're doing. We also, and I almost forgot, we have rev share. So that's part of the tokenomics that plays into it. So with our rev share, if you're holding SHARX token, you are eligible to get our revenue share. So the revenue we generate from white labels and ads, and of course we have other revenue generating models in the future, we split that 50-50 with holders. And we've developed our own solution for the rev share. So people just opt in, sit back, claim their BNB. We pay for all the airdrops. They don't have to worry about that. They don't have to eat, into their rev share with ETH fees or anything like that. So we make that very easy. But again, going back to the chart, I mean, it speaks for itself. I mean, of course, utility plays these days don't always get a lot of love, but our chart is probably one of the stronger ones out there. Of course, everybody wants it to moon. We're not a meme coin. We're not going to sit there at a $1 billion market cap, for example. But we're going to definitely provide the most value utility to make our token soar, give projects and holders value, and just keep increasing our chart. That's the goal. So again, not financial advice, but in my opinion, I would definitely get some SHARX right now while there's a little bit of dip.
Yeah.
And boost your portfolio a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. And you know what? I'm glad that we brought this up and we talked about it, because man, I'm glad we brought this right here. Is important to look at this. Everybody, if you're listening to this live or later on, with our revenue sharing program, 50%. What did I just do right there? Let me go back to token. With let me scroll down. So with our revenue sharing program, 50% of all revenue generated by Raidshark bot is shared with our holders of SHARX token. Everybody, that is huge. When you take into account, just do a little bit of research, do a little bit of due diligence, the amount of projects that are getting onboarded, the amount of projects that I'm even going to do my part to onboard. And I really hope, to me, it shows me that you're serious about your project when I see Raidshark up in there. When I saw Clash snatch it up, they saw that XPX token. I've been telling everybody, what bot am I using? When I finally got to that point where we did everything and set it up, Raidshark bot, that's the bot that we're using. So I really would be happy to see this inside, the Crow with Knife, Telegram. I would like to see this in a lot of other projects, but you definitely want to hold this as well, because you guys see a team that's, and I'm going to say why you want to hold this. This is 50%. This is fair, right? This is half and half. This is what you want. This is a fair team, fair project, fair community. Because when you got a community and a team that doesn't cheat on themselves, obviously the whole market's pulling back and we've seen some pullback, but we had this marked up already. You guys, when we made the last video, we prepared for this. When I said, prior resistance, future support, would it be nice to just break all-time high and hold above that and just keep yes, of course we want that, right? But there could be a pullback, and we saw the wick back here. It could hold here, right? I'm letting you guys know. Am I biased a little bit? Absolutely, because I like SHARX, right? And I'm invested in it. That's why this cannot be financial advice, because I'm going to say that I'm bullish on it because I'm being biased, everybody, but for good reason. They got 50% revenue sharing, and they have amazing tokenomics, 5% on the buy and 5% on the sell. That's really low tax, 10% tax, and we got a community that's willing to hold and not cheat on themselves. Sometimes people blame the developer, sometimes people blame the community or the team or whatnot, but really sometimes it's a combination of both cheating on each other, and it creates a domino effect. And right here you see conviction. When you look at it, the reason I bring up the chart a lot is not because, you know, just a price prediction, but to me it tells me the characteristics and the trust and the conviction of a community, right? When they keep making higher lows, breaking out, pulling back, consolidating. This is what we've been doing, right? We break out, we consolidate it, right? Prior resistance. Let me mark this up. Let me go on my what I like to do over here. We got these prior resistance, right? Boom, all over here. It's not gonna be picture perfect because it's DeFi, everybody. Okay, so keep that in mind. But when you got that coming to future support, we're gonna have that natural pullback we always talk about, right? There, up, back, down. Then we'll have a break. We'll break back above. But check this out. Once again, the same pattern repeating itself. Isn't that crazy? How we could do that back to back on almost everything. So there's got to be something there. There's no way that you can stack up a amount of coincidences as tall as a skyscraper, and there's no fact inside of there, right? There's no way that that could happen. And you know, this is a breakout, pull back, support, support, support. But this is where people in the money bags mansion load up, right? We load up on supports because we buy in the red. I gotta say, not financial advice when I use the B word. We load up in the red, and you know, we exit in the green. That's just the way we do it. And right now we can see the same thing happen. We got the all-time high that we get to mark right here, which we're gonna have this psychological barrier up here of that $1 million market cap. But as far as price, this is where we're at. But check this out: prior resistance, future support. This is healthy right here. Let's layer this chart up, give you the opportunity. And obviously we're zoomed in. This is super low market cap. This has potential to go honestly into the hundreds, and who knows after that. But tens of millions, it could definitely do. Hundreds will make everybody go crazy and have a really good time. But when you're providing that much use case, and when you're thinking about the thousands of projects that are being launched nonstop, back to back, and this raid bot doesn't matter what blockchain you're on. This anybody can use this. This is a raid bot, okay? So just keep that in mind. Some of them I've seen are stuck to certain blockchains. This anybody can use this, okay? Anybody, and this is the same philosophy that XPX token is having. It's called inclusivity, everybody. That exclusive stuff, what happens is you have an Easter Island effect. You have the Mayans effect, right? Nobody knows what happened to you. People start making ideas that you left with the aliens and stuff. It's like they didn't leave with the aliens. You can't have that tribal mindset. That's just how we used to think a long time ago, and that's not healthy for the modern human right now. So, you know, if we started to consolidate right here and make, you know, some supports on this prior resistance, this is how we psychologically create FOMO on our own, right? If we started to do this on an Apple stock, it wouldn't matter. But we talk about it when we're low market cap over here because it's very easy to pump something up because most traders, almost all of them, are self-fulfilled prophecy tellers. We swear that we have a crystal ball that we can look into, and that crystal ball has to give us some signals, right? The signals meaning, ooh, the ball's telling me prior resistance, telling me future support. So basically the future could be that we're going to break up to the upside. Okay, now up here when we were talking about this, we technically didn't have that. We could have had it right here, but we didn't have that up here. This is where that real one's at right here. This is that pullback that a lot of people can't handle, but we load up. Now I will say a nice goal for us to do on SHARX is anything above the $1 million market cap. When we start to hold above that threshold, it's going to create a little bit of FOMO. Okay, the game is sold, not told, but I've been telling everybody I'm giving it away. If you build it, they will come. That's from one of my favorite movies, The Field of Dreams. And if you build a wall of FOMO and you start making higher lows, and you have a community that's not willing to jeet the chart, and you have a team that's also just worried, their main focus is just providing value. They're not even worried about pulling anything out. They're not doing nothing. They're just providing value to all these other projects. And that's going to show up on this chart right here, man. I cannot wait to see us break above the psychological barrier, which is going to be 202. And I can't wait till SHARX deletes to zero and we're talking about SHARX at 1 cent. That could really happen, everybody. It could really happen before your eyes. We're pulling up on that 50-minute mark, almost to the hour mark. This honestly was an amazing show. I don't like to drag it on too much, even though we had our whole hour, right? These are our targets. We have, you know, everything that we had as far as the Raidshark bot. There's going to be more feature shows from SHARX because obviously they got something coming out later on tonight. He said that he can supposedly talk for hours about SHARX. So we're going to call him on that and eventually set up more of these spaces. And as more projects come on, maybe more of these projects will also get some exposure where we can invite them up and they can let us know how they feel about the Raidshark bot. Because the more we rub elbows with each other, the more we continue to grow. That's going to spill into our cup, right? That if we fill up other people's cup, that it's going to spill into our cup. And that's what Raidshark is doing. And we're seeing that on the chart. We're seeing that as what they're developing. And this is an amazing project, guys. I'm really excited that we made it to this point where we're starting to have, you know, the Raidshark bot people come up. These feature shows are getting only bigger and bigger and better and better. And that's thanks to all of you guys. Death Wish, if you got anything for these people listening live or those possibly listening later on YouTube and X all around the world, what would you have to say to them before we close this out, brother, and let everybody enjoy the rest of their day?
Sure, sure. So, I mean, all I really want to say, I want to say a lot, but I mean, Sharks are just doing great things in the space. And we're not doing great things necessarily just for ourselves, but we're trying to do great things for projects, trying to do things differently, help projects, support projects, give projects the tool to support themselves, their communities, the networks, the partnerships they have. Because that's what the space is really about. We're not trying to keep people secluded. We want everybody to the moon, and that's kind of our goal now. Again, like I said, we were the little guys starting out. We're now in over 3,000 telegrams,
Wow.
over 20,000 verified users.
Wow.
We're going on about 115,000 conducted raids, over 2 million interactions on X.
Wow.
So we're the little guys growing, and we're going to get more and more telegrams. We're going to get more and more exposure. And again, that's not just to benefit us, that's to benefit other communities. So if anybody wants to use our utility, we're greatly appreciative of it. Come hit us up, ask us questions, jump in our Telegram. Again, we're more than happy and glad to do a showcase, get everything set up like you mentioned we did with you as well. Other than that, I appreciate you having me on. I mean, I do watch your YouTubes,
Thank you, brother.
and they're really awesome. You provide a great value in the space. You provide information, a lot of energy, entertainment, I guess you can say as well. So it's greatly appreciated. I mean, ultimately, this space needs people like you. It needs great people, to add the value and just give people somewhere safe to go to get some information. And you're honest and you say not financial advice and you give honest feedback on charts and projects. So that's really appreciated. And we, as Raidsharks, appreciate you having us on and giving us this platform.
Absolutely, brother. Thank you so much for those kind words, man. It's been quite a journey. I know how it feels to be the little guy, but hearing those numbers from Rage Shark, wow, that is amazing, bro. I think that deserves a tweet in itself. So get your tweeter out there, your X post guy, to definitely post those numbers. Those numbers are impressive. And I know that those numbers are only going to grow. We have given you guys, that are listening, some alpha. And also, you guys know that people say in the space, buy the rumor, sell the news and stuff like that. And there's some developments going on. We kind of heard that there's something going to be coming out later on. Now, obviously, when I say buy the rumors, sell the news, those are those words that we're not supposed to use. It's not financial advice, but I want you guys to tap in and see that there's more going on. And this is the wave right here as our first mover in the raid to earn movement. I need you guys to understand this is going to create more and more hype, more and more buzz within the Telegram spot, and to have the names of Raidshark tied to it and to have Flus tied to it, it's even going to grow even that much faster, man. This right now to me is an extreme fire sale for what's coming with Raidshark and the amount of projects that are going to be on board. And I love that you came on here so people can kind of get, kind of get a feel for what this team is really providing, right? Sometimes it's good to hear the voices. Sometimes it's good to even see the faces and stuff, and kind of get to understand what this person is really about, because you can see a lot from a person when they, when they're talking and what their real goals are. And it's good to finally hear you guys speak up on the space and see that you guys are moving in the direction of just continuously providing value, not just for Raidshark, but for everybody else. And that alone, I know it's going to make you guys very, very big in the space. And I love that you guys didn't do it where like everybody had to use their bot and they couldn't get it white labeled. Like, that was one of the reasons why a lot of people that were almost harassing me to the extent to use their bot was like, you know what? I wanted it to have my feel. I wanted it to have my writing. I wanted to have what I wanted it to look like. And you guys provided that for me, and not just on like no cheapy choppy stuff. Like, I mean, it is clean. You guys made it look so good. I mean, look at this. This has our colors. This has everything that we wanted. And we went over this together. And I mean, it was a very good, that's what's so good about Raidsharks is like, not only is the bot good, but the whole overall experience of setting the bot up, of getting excitement when I'm telling my team what I want the things to look like. The whole experience from the beginning to end was nothing but was nothing short of amazing, to be honest with you guys. And my team was excited that we got the Raidshark bot. The community's been excited, and for us to say that it wasn't even hard to set up. The whole experience from front to end has been one really amazing experience. So I want to say thank you to Raidsharks for that. I want to make sure you guys also give them a follow at Raidshark bots, or disregard that, at Raidsharks at Raidsharks, and make sure the bell notification lit. And also come check out their website the website is raidsharks.com, everybody. Okay, raidsharks.com. Do not miss out on this. I'm gonna have their official actually, I'm gonna grab their contract address right now. Just post it in the comments, so those who are maybe listening live or listening to, that's a YouTube link actually, those who are listening live or maybe listening to it later on, if you guys were wondering what this contract address was and needed it because you're like, wait a minute, these guys are providing some real use case, I definitely want to make sure that, let me see this. All right, so that's cool. So I definitely want to see more people adding to this. But if you guys wanted that contract address, it's posted right there in the comments. I'm reading some of the comments, so it distracted me. But we got Raidsharks, man. That was absolutely amazing. This is the live show, bro. This is what it's all about. Make sure you guys tap in with them. This was a really good show. And if you guys can snip this, clip this, remix this, grab as many stuff from this little live stream as you guys can. There's no copyright strikes. I want us to grow as much as we can. This is how we foster crypto adoption a lot faster. If you guys want your bags to fly to the moon, definitely get this Raidshark bot that will help you guys raid on X and get and garner more and more exposure. So if you guys like that, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. And if you guys can't do that, make sure you guys continue to come back and experience the abundance of money with me. Until next time, you guys